Don't stop your life for your kids. I remember when we were really young, I think I was 5 or 6 years old thereabout, and my mom had been a stay-at-home mom for quite a while, and she decided that she wanted to go back to school and go into teaching. So during that time, she decided to go look for a teaching school. So she went and found Narok Teachers College. And the funny thing was, she was actually a term late, but she decided, I'm just going to do this thing. And we were quite young. I believe I was just getting into pre-unit those days. Today, that probably would be grade one. And my brother, he was just had gotten into kindergarten. I would probably say that at that time, probably we needed her because she delegated us being taken care of to relatives who came to stay with us to take care of us. But I would argue that after leaving the teacher's training and then finding a job and then later getting employed by the government, that her life significantly became better. And when her life became significantly better, we also benefited. When my mom had money, we would eat whatever that we want. My brother used to really love the grapes, so my mom would buy him grapes. We would eat meat, and it would supplement what my own father was providing. The thing that taught me is that as a mother, especially because there's that culture of saying, I can't do this because I'm a mother, I can't serve because I'm a mother, I can't do whatever it is excuse that we give, that you can't do it because you're a mother. But the thing is, the more you deny doing the rightful thing for yourself, the more your children, and especially as daughters, they learn to not do the needful for themselves, so that they're constantly self-sacrificing. And this self-sacrificing is martyrdom that does not have a significant reward, and it actually doesn't help their families or the people they think they're sacrificing for in the end. So one of the lessons I learned is that you have to really be focused on your goals. If I decide to go into education, if I want to further my studies, I have to do it regardless of the fact that I have small children or not. Why is that important? Most of the time as mothers, and these children are not going to remember what happened between that period of time that you're trying so hard to be present. They're going to remember the significant days, probably the birthdays where they jumped, in the bouncing castle, if they went for swimming and all of that. But in between, they're gonna be zoned out and they won't remember those days. And those days are prime days when you can be able to invest in yourself. You can do those things that you need to do so that you can meet them in the future when they really require you. When your girl, your boy, they're 16 years, they're 18 years, they're now getting into the world where they need to be employed. Probably if they want to start a business. And at that time, they require capital. They want you to be there to coach them through the hard things in life. Probably they're thinking, hey, I'm navigating this particular situation. And usually it's financial, because most of the time they're not going to come to you for love advice. They're probably getting advice elsewhere. But if you built that, that relationship well and good. So if you don't learn to run ahead of them and to run ahead of time, to meet them when they really need you, you're going to use the excuses of today to be an insignificant contributor in their lives, because I'm sure they want their diapers changed, I'm sure they want their meals cooked, but that cannot be comparable to what and how they need you in the future. At the end of the day, I know that, and especially daughters, they will do what they see you do. They're not going to do what you tell them. And you can tell by the fact that if your mom was not ambitious, you rarely find that you have ambition. You might want to have ambition to overcome or to somehow prove a point to them, but in the end there's almost like this glass ceiling that makes it very difficult for you to become the opposite of what you so demonstrated every single day. My unconventional thought about motherhood is that you have to do what you have to do in the time that you need to do it, so that your children can meet you in the future where you can benefit them. If you decide to own your life, if you decide that this is the path that I want, you will always find a creative solution to ensure that you can mother and you can still do this other thing that you find that is significant and needful for you.